High Court in Enugu State has ruled in favor of Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu as the rightful beneficiary of the late Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu's estate. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, suspended senator representing Bauchi Central Senatorial District, Abdul Ningi, has issued a one-week ultimatum to the Senate President Gov't to withdraw the 3-month suspension imposed on him, or he will drag the Senate leadership before the court. Ningi, in a letter addressed to the Senate President Gov't through his lawyer Femi Falana, son, Wednesday said his suspension was faulty. Falana argues that apart from violating Ningi's fundamental rights to a fair hearing, the Senate also violated the right of the people of the Bauchi Central Senatorial District to representation in the Senate for 3 months. Recall that the lawmaker had in a media interview with the BBC Alsa service alleged that while the budget passed by the National Assembly for the 2024 fiscal year was 25 trillion naira, the one being executed by the presidency was 28.7 trillion naira. At number 2, detained Binance executive Gamane has filed a lawsuit against National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu and the Economic Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), represented by legal counsel from Adoke and Oyebode law firm, has approached a federal high court in Abuja for the enforcement of their rights. Also, Nadeem Angawala, the Binance Africa Regional Manager, who escaped from lawful custody on March 22nd, filed a separate right enforcement suit before Justice Eyang Ekwo of the same federal high court. Among the reliefs sought are his immediate release from custody, the return of his passport, an injunction against further detention regarding any Binance-related investigations, and a public apology from the respondents. Justice Ekwo adjourned both matters until April 8th for further proceedings. At number 3, a high court in Enugu State has ruled in favor of Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu as the rightful beneficiary of the late Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu's estate. The court dismissed a suit brought by Chief Debe Odumegwu Ojukwu, who sought to be declared the first son of the late leader. The court also rejected the claim that Ojukwu died intestate, upholding the validity of his will and naming Bianca and another as trustees and executors of his estate. The court held that Chief Debe Odumegwu Ojukwu failed to prove he was acknowledged by Ojukwu as a son during his lifetime, and therefore his children have no basis to change the will. At number 4, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria (FAAN) has ordered the closing of the KFC shop at Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, effective Thursday, March 28, 2024. FAAN stated that the decision was in accordance with Lagos State Law on People with Special Needs, Part C, Section 55 of General Provisions on Discrimination, which states that a person shall not deny another person access to any place, vehicle, or facility that members of the public are entitled to enter or use on the basis of that person's disability. The development came after a social media allegation by a passenger with reduced mobility (PRM), Debola Daniel, alleging unfair treatment at the KFC shop located at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. A statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection (FAAN), Mrs. Obiageli Ora, said the MD and Chief Executive of FAAN, Mrs. Olubunmi Kuku, intervened swiftly by deploying a management team to investigate the allegation against KFC. At number 5, the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in Jabi has dismissed charges of fraudulent conduct related to the Malabu oil deal against former Attorney General of the Federation, Mohammed Adoke. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) brought the charges against Adoke in January 2020, alleging that he received gratification of 300 million naira over the resolution of the Oil Prospecting License (OPL) 245. However, Justice Abubakar Kutigi upheld Adoke's no-case submission, ruling that the EFCC failed to prove its charges, consequently acquitting Adoke of all counts. The case, dating back to 1998, when OPL 245 was awarded to Malabu Oil and Gas Limited, involved complex ownership disputes and controversial government actions. At number 6, the Defense Headquarters has clarified that the release of 313 terrorism suspects to the Borno government was ordered by the Federal High Court in Maiduguri following a lack of evidence found against them after an investigation. The Federal High Court in Borno had mandated the release of 313 suspected terrorists due to insufficient evidence. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Buba Edward, who disclosed this, also noted that Operation Hardin Kai had recorded significant victories against Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists, with scores neutralized and collaborators arrested in various locations across Borno and Adamawa states. Troops also recovered a substantial cache of weapons and equipment during operations in the northeast, contributing to efforts to counter insurgency in the region. At number 7, actress Eniola has tendered an apology to women and the Muslim community over the controversy surrounding the award of Best Dressed Female at her movie premiere Beast of Two Worlds, Ajakaju, after Bobrisky received the award. Ajayo acknowledged the significance of Ramadan and expressed regret for any distress caused during this sacred time, while also extending her apologies to women for unintentionally diminishing their role. As a gesture of reconciliation, Ajayo announced 2 winners of the award, Bode Alao and another woman, each receiving 1 million naira compensation, seeking to make amends and show appreciation for their grace. At number 8, Kaduna's State Commissioner for Health, Umar Kaltume Ahmed, has revealed a significant increase in tuberculosis TB case detection, with 32,297 cases identified in 2023, up 49.8% from the previous year. The state's TB program, which is supported by the government and development partners, has been essential in accomplishing this milestone, demonstrating a commitment to the worldwide aim of eliminating tuberculosis by 2030. Despite progress, the COVID-19 pandemic has presented challenges, highlighting the critical need for increased investment and awareness to effectively combat tuberculosis. With a treatment success rate of 98.4% and expanded TB services across 78% of facilities, Kaduna State calls for collective efforts to ensure early detection, treatment, and ultimately the eradication of TB. At number 9, the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has shortlisted 7 coaches for the vacant Super Eagles head coach position, including current interim head coach Finidi George. The position became available after the contract of former coach Jose Peseiro expired. Peseiro led the Super Eagles to second place at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. The NFF received applications from both local and foreign coaches and is expected to announce the new head coach next month. Meanwhile, Finidi George, the current interim head coach of the Eyimba Football Club and former Super Eagles player, has expressed his lack of desperation for the permanent head coach position of the national team. He stated that he is focused on serving Nigeria and will return to his club after the current assignment. Finally, at number 10, Cyclone Gamane has struck Madagascar's northern region, claiming 11 lives and affecting 7,000 others. The slow-moving cyclone caused widespread destruction as high winds tore down trees and torrents of water inundated villages, washing away houses and cutting off numerous roads and bridges. Director General of Madagascar's National Disaster Management Office, General Elek Andrakaja, describes the cyclone's stationary movement as rare and reiterated its devastating impact on infrastructure and population. Despite being reclassified as a tropical storm, Cyclone Gamane is expected to continue affecting the island until Friday afternoon as meteorologists monitor its trajectory. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.